Hey. Hey yo. Hey yo. Hello. How are you doing? Are you floating in the endless darkness of space? You probably are. No, we all kind of are. Unless you're listening in from some different kind of universe. Then you probably are floating somewhere out in space. Just like me. Hey. Hiyo. How are you doing? Still streaming from your mom's basement. This is Josh. I'm here for you. I'm here for me mostly. Let's be honest. Listening to this fine soundtrack. This is Faster Than Light soundtrack. It's pretty goddamn good. Pretty good game. I've been thinking about some space games today, but I really kind of don't know what I want to play. I'm just thinking, and I cannot come up with anything that I really want to do, like at all. I don't know. I mean, I could sit here for like an hour and talk about random stuff, maybe on some space-related stuff. Why not? Could do that. But is that really a good idea? I don't know. Let me just make this a little quieter for myself. There we go. A little more tolerable. Oof. The way things are set up right now on my screen, oh, it's not very comfortable doing anything really. Streaming, playing games, or even reading, it's just awful. Kinda. I'm so used to having two screens, it's just impossible to live without it, without this sort of convenience. Man. Having all that space, screen space, really spoiled me. Well, come on. We've got this whole damn huge universe at our disposal. Can't we have a little bit more screen space, huh? Bigger screens, higher definition? No? Is that not possible? Come on. We should have that. But alas. We actually do have that. It's too damn expensive. At least for me. So I have to deal with this. Cramming my browser on one side and my OBS on the other. Because I don't really know how to set up Twitch's chat in this Linux instance of OBS. It's just, I don't know how to do that. I checked all the options here and it just doesn't seem to be a default one. A bit annoying. Like, well, don't like it. Oh well. I guess it's fine. I guess we can just live with this. Well then, how are you? Are you living with some sort of minor issue that you don't really know how to fix yourself? I bet you do. All of us get some sort of little, small, not that important kind of issues that we don't really know what to do with. It might pale in comparison to all the global and universal stuff, but to us, They are kind of important, those little things, right? It's all a matter of perspective. Personal little issues? They're far more important than those big global things. They're so big, so far away. Well, they look so far away, really. We're kind of living on their surface, on top of them. How often do you think about the ground under your feet? How often do you have to, like, focus your mind on the issue of the Earth itself? On that topic? Probably not that often, really. Unless you're a farmer. uh, or some kind of, I don't know, meteorologist, or astronomer, or astrophysicist, or any sort of profession that requires you to think about it, actually, correctly. Yeah, but otherwise, if you are just your normal, everyday Joe, or Jane, or whatever else, you probably don't think about the scale of everything, of the issues, of the objects. Probably don't think about that, because it's not really that important to you. And that's normal. To you, the issue of your microwave malfunctioning might be like the hugest thing, you know? Globally, it's not really an issue at all. Come on now. To me, for example, buying a good, nice vacuum is quite an issue now, at this point in my existence. The universe at large, well, I'm pretty sure it's not really aware of my vacuum issue. The universe itself, right? Probably isn't aware of that. Now, it doesn't mean that my vacuum issue is not really all that important. It is, it's just important to me, right? And the Earth itself isn't really that important in, like, global universal terms. Like, what is this? It's just one tiny speck of matter within this huge universe, mostly dominated by the void, the non-baryonic matter, dark matter, and all that. And it's just this universe. You know, I think I think that's not the only universe we've got. It wouldn't make sense for this universe to be just the one. It's like there's a there's our solar system, right? There's the sun, the planets, all that. There's like more than one planet. Sure, only one planet with life, okay. Well, still several planets. Our sun in the middle of it all. And there are other stars outside of our system. A lot of them stars. Forming the whole galaxy, filled with them stars. And then there are many, many, many galaxies out there. Wouldn't it make sense that the universe isn't the only universe too? I think it makes sense. Sure, we may not be able to interact with the other universes, okay, but we can't really interact with other planets either. Even in our own solar system, we kind of just have to use the remote machines to interact with even the nearest, closest planets to ourselves. Even on the moon, we only been like, what, a couple of times? Bit of a shame, but that's just how it is. Okay, we might make some kind of connection with another planet, another star system, some way. It is possible. But then again, it takes a lot of time for even just the light to travel all this distance. Make that lightest connection. Yeah. And no, do they even exist from our own perspective, those stars? We can see them. We can see them up there. Can we really interact with them? No, not really. We can only perceive them. And possible distant universes, alternative to our own, different than our own. Whichever, in whichever way they might exist, we can't even observe them. Probably. Maybe we actually can, you know? Maybe there is a way. Maybe we just don't know it. It's possible, right? Or why not? We didn't even know about radiation like 100 years ago. I do say like at the like like quite often, right? Well, that's an issue. Personal issue. Not a universal one. But I sure do say like a lot. My Wally goat. Valley goat. Wally. Valley. It's Valley, not Wally. What the heck is a Wally? Ah, I might be a Valley goat. Well, it's not important. It's not that important. Aye, but yeah, this whole huge universe. Feels like there should be more. Should be many more universes, like maybe infinity of them. Maybe they are arranged into their like tight little sort of I don't know clusters of universes, like little grapes on a vine, like fruit on a branch of the great tree of Yggdrasil. Sure, why not? We don't know. Who knows how it all works? You can only sort of guess at it, you know? Well, we can guesstimate quite a lot of things, fairly accurately too. A lot of ancient scientists and philosophers attempted to make calculations pertaining to the Earth and its physical properties, and they were more or less correct here and there. And or maybe the things that we can guesstimate right now are also more or less correct. Mm-hmm. About the universe and all that. We'll probably find out some the intense and startling things about the world in the future. Maybe soon, maybe not soon. I don't know. That stuff is hard to predict. And I ain't no divinator or anything of the sort. I don't know how to predict the future. To me, the future, the past, and the now are all the same. So I don't really know how to read that. The jumbled pile of nonsense is all it is to me. I don't deal in that stuff. It ain't my kind of stuff. Speaking of stuff, this stream is probably going to be rather short. Since I don't have any water or any other refreshments. I only got a mug filled with soda. And it's getting warm too. Ugh. Some kind of town-wide water-related stuff. Stress testing the system or whatnot. The services are so I don't got no water. And that's awful. That's sucky. Ain't nothing I can do about that though. I can just sit here and yap about nonsense. About my life, about space, about philosophy, and about time maybe. Or why not? I do like talking. I do prefer to have a script or something. Hmm. Ain't got no script. Didn't prepare one. I hope that I'll find something to play before actually starting to stream, but I just am not in the mood. You know, happens sometimes. Moody thing I am. Very moody. Moody goat. Moody the goat. Did I ever name myself Moody? No, that's stupid. That's very stupid. Oh, Josh, I am. I am what I am. Hmm. But no, yeah. Space. A lot of space games out there. Not a lot of them I quite enjoy. Not a lot of them actually have a lot to do with space, really. Seems to be rather difficult to make actual space-related game. Well, there is Space Engine. That's not exactly a game, frankly speaking. It is exactly what it is, a space engine. It's basically just an interactive planetarium thoughts with a lot of procedurally generated stuff in it, stars and planets and all that. It's pretty cool, and I might stream it at a later date when I am at my main PC and not this janky little laptop. Well, okay, it is a pretty good laptop to be honest. It isn't a bad laptop by any means, but it is not fit for streaming at all. It is not even fit for gaming, to be honest. Nothing too intense. You can play some less intense games on it, but nothing too intense. You just can't handle it. And the fact that it is a Linux laptop makes it a little bit worse for those purposes. Not even because you can't run the games. You can very well run a lot of games on it. Nearly all of them, if you know what you're doing. It's just not very well optimized for it, is all. Especially because it has a RAM issue. Rather short on RAM I am. Just 8 gigabytes of RAM. Ugh, that's not a lot at all nowadays. Most games demand quite a lot more. And Linux systems have a little issue with that. What's it called? There's a little sort of function to them that prevents the memory from running out. It shuts down some programs that seem to hog the RAM space a lot. It just turns them off. It just what's the right word? Executes them. Yeah, terminates them. Right, that's the word. I mean, you can uh turn that function off, but well, I don't know. I actually did turn it off, but well, 8 gigabytes is quite a short amount of memory, and it isn't very gamer-like. Not good for gaming. So, yeah, I'd rather play most of my games back home on my desktop, not on my laptop. So yeah, you'll have to wait a little, at least till next week maybe. But then again, I'm not very sure if I'm going to be able to be home next week either. Ugh, that's the problem with my kind of job. Sure ain't an astronomical distance that I have to travel, but it is a considerable distance still away from my home. It ain't much, but it's a distance. Still 100 kilometers. Um, how much that in miles? Well, uh, some miles? A few miles, that's for sure. I don't really remember the conversion rate for the miles. Hmm. What's a mile anyway? How many feet is that? Ah, strange stuff that. Miles, kilometers, all those measuring systems, right? Hmm. You ain't gonna measure the distance to the next star over in miles. Are you gonna do that? You're not gonna do that. I mean, even meters is just kind of not really applicable. Ah, light years. What kind of distance is that? A light year. The distance traveled by light in a year. That's tremendous, isn't it? Crazy distance. From Sun to Earth, it takes about 8 minutes for the light to travel. That's considerable. That's quite intense. How long does it take for light to travel from Sun to say Pluto? It's a considerable amount of time. I don't exactly remember. I could actually look it up. Why not? I could just go bam bam like this and just look it up. Like, how long does it take? I'm a slow typer. How long does it take for light to travel to Pluto? Like from Sun to Pluto. I'm a slow typer. I'm a slow writer. I'm kind of a slow talker usually. Well, no, actually not. I just talk not too often. I don't talk often. I'm mostly a silent, quiet person. When I do talk, I can get pretty intense. That's just how it is. Let's see. Pluto takes sunlight 5.5 hours to travel from Sun to Pluto. That's NASA information. So you know it's accurate. NASA does a pretty decent job, honestly. All this space stuff. 5.5 hours. Imagine. That's quite a distance. Honestly, light. No, it's the fastest thing that we know of in the universe, light. And yet it isn't really all that fast if you think about it. Sure, from human perspective, it is very fast. It's insanely fast. It's light speed. But it isn't really that fast from universal standpoint, is it? You have two closest stars close together. Well, okay, maybe not closest. Like, from our solar system, there's the Alpha Centauri system, right? Centauri system. It's close to us. It's like, what, 4 or 5 light years, was it? Let me check that. I can. Internet, it is powerful. Alpha Centauri. Centauri system. Actually, distance. Let's put it like that. To closest or nearest star. Let's see. Other than Sun, that is. Okay, how far is it? That's not the information. Yeah, 4.25 light years, about that. That's the nearest star to us. The Alpha Centauri. Yes, Alpha Centauri. It's very close, relatively. And yet it is that far. A light travels for 4.25 years. That's quite a distance. Maybe that's not a long time, actually. Maybe it's just not that big of a distance if you think about it, you know, from astronomical standpoint. Maybe we're just too small. Maybe we're just too fast. You know, little tiny microbes existing within a bubble, living swift lives, leading our little existences. You can think about it like that too. Or tiny little specks. And how important we are to ourselves and to each other. Oh well, our own universes are tiny. Usually not bigger than our local area, right? For some people, their universes are even smaller than that. Just their families, really. And that's it. Some people live their whole lives within one tiny room. And that's all. That's their world. Imagine their perspective. Try to be that person. Well, imagine being that person. Not actually try to be that person now. But just imagine that. That's all they know. And ever known. You don't have to be high to fully embrace that sort of thinking. Hello, Mr. N. Ah. Yeah. I've never been high. I've never been drunk. And I'm not even drunk right now. I'm just thinking, kind of ambiently wandering, ambling within the space of my mind. What do you mean never been drunk? I only ever been drunk. I haven't done anything harder than alcohol is what I'm implying. Yeah, I've been drunk, like blackout drunk, a few times in my life. I think I've been blackout drunk 5 times in my life. I can actually pinpoint the number. Yeah, about 5 times. The first time I ever have drunk any alcohol, in my second year at the uni. Yeah, that was something. Camping with my friends out in the outskirts of the town. I said 5 times, not 2 times, you booger. 5 times. There's a couple of my friends. They really did their best to make me drunk. To make me black out, those boogers. You 2 times. Well, you've gotta add context. Speak in full sentences, mate. But yeah, okay, 2 times. Huh. Well, you've got your whole life ahead of you. Though I did most of my drinking in my university, and a couple of years after, yeah. Nowadays, I'm tolerant enough to alcohol not to get blackout drunk, and mindful enough to not let myself get that drunk. Because, well, yeah, it is permanent brain damage, and it is permanent embarrassment for your whole life. But yeah, the first time, they had to carry me. We were camping in some industrial ruins on the outskirts of our town, and it was really late at night. There were wild dogs running around. I barely remember anything. I just remember being carried, being worried about dogs, and speaking to my friends, mostly in English for some reason. Been nerfed by still fairly intelligence. Well, that's good. Don't lose your brain. It's kinda important. I mean, you can live without a brain. Some people do live without a brain. Seems pure of thought. Just ambling from place to place, talking and existing. Do they really exist? Do they have subjectivity? And consciousness. We shall never know. I actually know one guy who is kind of close to that. Oh, my internet is a bit freaky. Wow. What the heck? What the heck just happened to my internet? It seems to experience some kind of something. Oh, what the heck? Hold on, let me just reload the page on Twitch. What the hell? What's going on? For some reason, it didn't show your last message there. That it sort of froze. What the heck? Oh well. Well, yeah, you might not be an Einstein, but you could be like, I don't know, Schopenhauer. ah, start writing your philosophy workbooks and your memoirs and stuff, autobiography. Start writing fiction. You know what? Just before the stream, one of my buddies, actually one of those buddies that got me drunk back then, sent me a rather interesting video from YouTube. some kind of Russian YouTube fella. I'm not even sure if he's popular or famous or something. I don't really watch Russian YouTube or anything, but some guy, uh, quote unquote, playing Minecraft in his head and narrating it. A middle-aged guy, just narrating like pretend playing Minecraft for an hour. Now that's some content. And it's just he's just sitting in a car. Car seems to be located in some sort of trans-dimensional space, pure white behind the windows, beyond the windows, just emptiness. And he's narrating, turning the game on, clicking on buttons, critting mobs, building a house, just reading off a narration of what he's doing, like in Minecraft, but not actually playing Minecraft, just sitting there, gesturing with his hand, like trying really hard to think what he's going to do next. Because what the hell? There's like 500,000 views on it too. It's what the? What am I doing with my life? Well, I guess I'm at least a more productive member of society. Maybe. Well, maybe he might be anyone. He could be like a mason. He could be a welder. He could have been I don't know, a company director. I don't know who he is. I've got no clue. But that's what he's doing in his free time. He's not that old. He might actually be my age. I'm just not very used to thinking of it like that. I'm still young in my own heart. I still look young. I've got very good genes. Ah. I'm very nice looking young man. Even if I am not actually chronologically young, I'm still biologically young. Think of it like those Rimworld pawns. They can be thousands of years old, but they are actually just 24 years old. Biologically, yeah? Yeah, that's how I am. Dad slash sister. What is this? What kind of beast are you, Mr. Wren? A magnificent one for sure. Hey, why am I not there, huh? Ad slash you there, too. What the hell? And or sad. Well, that's an interesting alternative to it, yeah. Man. You offend me by not including me in this choice situation. Come on. I'm not married or anything. Just saying. Whatever. I guess you could be my bro if you try real hard. Either way. But yeah. Some people, some content on the internet is just crazy. I thought about narrating some stuff, reading books, maybe reading short stories. That could be a good idea, actually. Yeah. I just have to really commit to it. It's more of a YouTube sort of thing, right? Just narrating some short stories, maybe the ones in public domain. Maybe some manga, you know, like those old style. What was it? That old video from like back in 2011, I think. Two dudes narrating some stupid Australian translation of some weird dodging about uh mother loving. Yeah. That sort of style content. I don't think it would be too popular nowadays though, but then again, there seems to be a re-emergence of some of old trends on the internet and in video making stuff and content. So maybe. Either way, I do want to like voice act some stories. Maybe would be cool. Some of my friends say that I should do that, and well, I don't know why I'm not doing it. Maybe I'm just a bit too embarrassed to do that. I don't know. Maybe not too confident. Well, I'm getting there. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna do it. I'm going to narrate some stories. I'm going to read them, and probably going to be some either fanfics or uh, maybe something else. Don't really know. Those public domain stuffs. Quite a lot of stuff in public domain nowadays. Hopefully, people in charge ain't gonna extend those what are they called, the laws that make things not public domain for a long time. I don't copyright. Don't remember the terms for this. Really, no honest, normal person should remember that. Anyway. But yeah. I could do that. I want to do that. But for some reason, I'm not doing that. What is the reason? It certainly is more sane than narrating pretend playing Minecraft. And again, I could do something like that too. I've got good imagination. I can make up scenarios in my mind. I can do that. Sure. I could make it something more creative. Isn't it like a kind of like... Isn't that sort of like doing a game master thing? Dungeon master? Like narrating a campaign for people to play in? Sort of is like that, but with less people, with just you narrating things to yourself. Guess it's not so bad. It's just weird to make a video like that and upload it on the internet and doing it alone and just pretend playing Minecraft. It is kind of weird. But that's alright. I suppose in all the cosmic scale, it isn't so bad. Nothing is too bad from the point of view of the universe. Yet you include my dad. Alright. Hey. With power of science and dedication, you can do anything. Haven't you been on the internet long enough to know that anything is possible? Have you seen the pictures? Have you not? Have you seen the picture of a Batman and Shrek and Shadow and other fictional characters? Quite pregnant they were. Yeah. This is a weird topic, really. And preg, not my thing. So, alright, I don't blame you then. Fine. It's fine. Not my thing at all. I do find them humorous, though, those pictures. And the very idea. Kinda hilarious, though. Really. It's weird, but hilarious. So I guess I'm kind of alright with it. Yeah. Funny. Find a lot of weird fetishes to be funny. Like extreme ones and silly ones like that. It's just amusing. It's silly as hell. And it's fine. But yeah. Sure. But it still makes me it just still hurts my heart to not be included. Oh well. My heart and my soul are oceanic. No, they are astronomical even. As big as the space itself. And as vacuous. My heart... My heart can fit the whole universe within it. Oh well. Kinda hurts. So many stars in it. Yeah. The universe. Huge and weird. All sorts of weird stuff out there, ain't there? Quasars, dark hole. I mean, black holes, dark holes, black holes. They're black holes. Neutron stars. Honestly, black holes kinda weird and freaky and scary, but neutron stars are even weirder, I think. Well, maybe strictly speaking, they're not as weird. Maybe they're more normal than black holes, but black holes seem to be a bit more simple in nature. It's like just a thing so heavy it bends like um the topology of the universe and doesn't let any light escape from itself. Yeah, okay, it's just a lot of stuff at one point. It's real heavy. But neutron stars, they're more complex. Like, physically, they've got weird things inside of them. Weird and creepy. Hmm. Was there coming? See, the thing about that, a lot of dating stuff is actually a bit kind of off here and there. There's no real way to date things super accurately, especially on universal scales. There's all sorts of distortions, all sorts of weird stuff. Even dating the age of the universe itself might not be all that accurate. Oh. Dropped my phone. But yeah. There could have been some events and objects from before even the stars that we can't really what's the word here, basically stuff that doesn't that occurred like once or twice and that's it didn't last, like a huge, maybe some super hyper star, just a huge load of gas and matter collapsing in on itself, a primordial superstar before normal stars were coming into being. Yeah, it is possible for something that like that to happen in the earlier universe. Then again, I read about rock, some kind of rock meteorite being found that supposedly dates to before the universe or something like that. It's a lot of superstar. Yep, primordial superstar. Yeah. Super star up, maybe. No, not really. But yeah, it's like, why not? There could be some one-off events within this universe, like this, like something like that. Primordial quasars. Sure, why not? It's just unlikely for some things to happen, but they still can happen, right? Yeah. And maybe there are more things like that. It's just their light didn't reach us too. It's possible. And you say coming towards us. Well, now what does that even mean? Coming towards us. If its light reached us already, well, I mean, if it existed before the normal stars, then it probably doesn't exist anymore. Things back then supposedly were far more unstable. And the first stars didn't last all that long. Like in hundreds of thousands of years and even less. some of them lasting in millions of years, but yeah, burning out real quick because they were so super heavy and super hot and burned real hard and burned out. Created some heavier elements, and from those elements, the second generations of stars followed. Blue shifting. Ah. Okay, okay, I see. So that sort of stuff. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Well, how far away? I thought I'd be clusters away, right? Like in a different part of the universe. I mean, it would be pretty bad if some huge wave of radiation came towards the Earth. It would be comparable to the old extinctions. Like, what was it? The second extinction of life on Earth? Some sort of gamma... what's it called? Frick. I forgot what it was called. Basically, the Earth got irradiated and a lot of things died. And that's the second extinction, if I remember. Oh, from which era was it? Devonian? Ordovican? No, it was before Ordovic. Ah, I forgot. I don't think it was the second extinction. Hmm. But that's weird, if that's true. Hmm. Quite odd. An object. Well, I suppose an object from before the stars and it moving kinda towards the Earth. Well, sure, okay, it's possible. It's still astronomical, universal scale isn't even. Could be. There is also the Great Attractor thing. Some kind of supermassive object, or maybe not an object, I don't know what it is. How to describe that. An anomaly towards which a lot of star clusters seem to be sort of moving, like towards it, yeah. And it seems to be like a little beyond our observable universe horizon. Kinda interesting. All that stuff. Yeah, see, this whole universe, the only universe that we can observe, there's a lot of stuff in it, yeah, that we can't really even properly conceive, can't even see it, can't really do anything about it. It's the only universe that we can observe. We can't compare it to anything. Anything that we see in it, anything huge on that sort of scale, it can be quite unique. Like there might be just one object of this nature and one object of that nature. Inside a black hole. Well, maybe in a way. If you think about it like that, yeah. Can you really escape the universe? No. Can you escape a black hole? Maybe not. Sure. Recursive. You know, I think thinking of a universe as a... Like, not a universe. Maybe we should call it something else than just the universe. Metaverse? Not multiverse, that's a bit different. Thinking of it as a fractal, right? Fractals are recursive, they've got all sorts of features in them. You can go quite deep in them and the features repeat. I think it's kind of natural. Thinking about them like that, about the universe. Several universe coexisting in a multiverse. And there existing some deeper layers of universe, sure. House inside a house inside a house. With rooms inside of rooms inside of rooms. Yeah. It kind of makes sense. No, well, maybe it doesn't make sense in a normal, like, person, your commoner point of view perspective. No, maybe not. But generally speaking, thinking about it like that, it kind of makes sense. It sort of adds up a little. Still, Within all this, there are some things that just don't add up. Universes reproduce. Hey, a lot of things reproduce. It's just you and I who don't. Ah, we're the exceptions, eh? Nah. But yeah, whatever. Sure. Stars reproduce, basically. They explode, and from there remains new stars are born. Would be this sort of same with the universes themselves? Sure. Almost did. Jesus. Okay. Well. Sounds like you escaped some kind of bad situation, and that's fine. Yeah, it would be weird if you did it with my dad, though. Yep. Good thing you didn't. I think. On the other hand, what was the reward for that sort of activity? Was it $4 million or something? Yeah. I would like pat you on the shoulder if you did that. Sure, some respect would be gained in a weird, freaky way, but I'm a weird, freaky person, so whatever. Ha, you don't seem to be as weird and as freaky as you were before. Hey, something changed in that year, huh? You grew up. Ah, feel a little bit different. A little bit. Well, a little bit. Ah. But yeah. They grow up so fast. Oh, man. Ah. Hey, man. Anytime. But yeah. Universes reproduce. Things within the universes reproduce. It all makes sense. One thing that I can't make any sense of is the subjectivity of one's perception. What the hell is that stuff? Been breaking my head over that stuff. It just doesn't make sense. Can't even describe that. At least non-recursively, which kinda is weird in some way, and it's an additional level of weirdness. The subjectivity of experience and perception. How does that even work? It's such a tremendous, really, problem that it's kind of even hard to describe it and approach it. What is that? That point of view, that self. How? Yeah. Consciousness is weird. The scientists, what are they called? Neurological sciences, kind of were able to roughly pinpoint it to some parts of brain. Like, there's this process of consciousness. Okay, seems to be happening somewhere over there. All right. Well, that's one thing. We can study the consciousness. We can maybe comprehend the way the system works. One thing we can't really do much about, but experiencing on our own, is the subjectivity itself. What even causes that? How is the subjectivity constructed by the consciousness? It is just nonsense, really. Doesn't make any sense. Just data being processed through an evolutionary chemical reactions perspective. The hell is perspective, my man? What is perspective? Subjectivity is basically, yes, one particular point's or processes or systems perspective. But what is perspective? How is it that there is this perspective at all? It's like you can conceive well, not you. I can conceive, can understand an object being influenced by things being changed by the environment, alright? Transformed by it, alright. System being somewhat adjusted and changed Yes. I cannot imagine being that system. And yet I am a system that is adjusted, it changes, it flows, experiences things. Like a rock experiences change, but it only experiences it in a sort of superficial way. It can't comprehend the change. How can I comprehend the change that happens within me? What is this comprehension and what is this perspective? All in all, subjectivity. That crap doesn't make nonsense. I probably don't. I wish I didn't. Then I wouldn't be sitting here and trying to comprehend it. Reminds me of that comic. You might have seen it. With, what was it called? The, oh, what the hell is it? Chaos, self. Oh god, what's that system of belief called? With the demiurge and all that. Crap, I forgot. Let me see. About chaos, bleeding into things. Chaos, demiurge. What the hell is this? Comic. Ay. Hold on. Hold on. Let me just Google it. God, I even forgot what this system of belief is called. Oh god, why am I Googling here? I should be Googling different bloody place. God, alright. There we go. Allowed to perceive what the evolution needed you to. I am able to perceive my own thoughts and actions and their impact on my surroundings. I am able to perceive a little bit more than the evolution kind of intended, but then again, evolution doesn't really have any intent. Yes, well, maybe I really shouldn't delve too deep into my own damn consciousness, otherwise I'm going to go insane trying to comprehend myself, What the hell is that system of belief that has the demiurge as some sort of divine creator, an evil divine creator? God, I forgot the word for it. Yeah, but it sort of hurts to have so much introspective. Hell. What the heck is that? Demiurge. And Neoplatonics, Gnostics, yes. Okay, that comic about the Gnostics. Oh, bloody hell. Didn't mean to close that. Dean explained to a weird little comic. It was pretty cool. You don't believe in cults, neither do I. I merely want to start one. But yeah. It's pretty cool. Actually, reading about the cults and different religions, it sort of gives you insight in minds of people and even your own mind. You basically can learn a lot about yourself by reading about what people went through and how they perceived themselves and their surroundings. It's basically, it helps with introspection, honestly. Yeah. Let's see, Gnostic comic. Alright. Where was it? Probably ain't gonna show me anything. No, it shows me the literal publisher of the Gnostic comics. Okay, alright. Yep, that's this one. That's the picture. Okay. Yes. No! Why is it so small? God. Oh, Frank. I need it bigger. Why is it so small? Ah, there it is. Alright. So yeah, the incomprehensible chaos, having an idea, and all that, and splitting in many more ideas, creating wisdom and mind and all of that, and then the mind trying to comprehend the chaos, not being able to comprehend the incomprehensible, and from that incomprehension, creating the demiurge. And that thing proceeding to freak everything up and create the universe. And yeah, that comic. It's kind of cool. Well, think about it like that. When you die, nothing really goes away. Your body just falls apart into many different pieces. Your systems also kind of disintegrate, dislodging themselves from each other, and yeah, like, it just become parts of everything else. Nothing really goes away. And even the self itself is an abstraction. It doesn't even exist to begin with. Like, what is this? It's this subjectivity, this self. It ain't nothing. It's not really there. What is there? So, can something that doesn't exist cease to exist? I don't think so. It doesn't make any sense. The existence of self doesn't make sense to begin with, so hell, might as well pretend that it's some kind of immortal soul or something, because we don't, well, it's not any more real than the number one, for example. Numbers. The things that we operate every day with, you know? Numbers and math and all that, it doesn't actually exist as a thing. It's purely abstract. And yet, with those abstractions, we deal every day and we live and swear by them. And they're far more solid than most other things in our everyday lives. Like, math is super solid. It just doesn't exist in real life. I mean, you can take two objects and put them together and say, yeah, that's one, that's two now. But that's not really true. It's just still two objects that are themselves made up of many little separate parts of their own. They're not really solid things either. I mean, well, they kind of are, but not really, right? They're just little systems. Translating the universe into a language we understand. Well, yes and no. It's even more abstract than that. There are physical laws, and then there is math. Math is far more basal than even the laws of physics. Like, kind of impossible to comprehend the universe where 1 and 1 don't make 2. That wouldn't work at all. In no universe that is true. In no stable universe, at least. Maybe in some sort of abstract universes, but even then it would be very unstable. Extremely. Sure, it is a language of comprehension of the world, perhaps, yes, but there's more than that. Math seems to be something quite abstract, to the point that it isn't really relevant. I mean, in a universal scale, like it's like, not the right word, relevant. It's not really something that is contained in the universe. It's like the universe contained within the math. I don't know how to put it properly. Something a bit different. Far abstract. You can't find the number 1 or 2 in the universe. You can sort of only assign numbers to objects, but not the other way around. It's weird. Yeah. Less above our conceptual play grade. Well, so I've been thinking about cookies. I want to bake some cookies. Is that more our level? Ah, Hey, I've been trying to become a bodhisattva, basically. I'm trying to achieve enlightenment, god damn it. It would be cool. I've delved so deep within my own soul that I nearly gone a bit bonkers and insane. Gone depressed, gone existential. And I ain't gonna use any other drugs but the drug that is called life itself and music. Music is actually pretty cool. It can help with a lot of things. It's kind of amazing how music can influence your state of mind so much. It's just rhythmic noise, and yet it is so goddamn pleasant. Yeah. Ah, goddammit. The sweet, sweet cola. It sure doesn't quench my thirst. Sweet and nice, but it doesn't quench. No good. Got the water. That sucks. You saw God spinning everywhere around you, while spinning himself whenever you closed your eyes. Pretty cool. Depends on the cookie. But I want some cookies. I want to cook some cookies. I've been a bit into cooking myself as of late. Well, since I am not home, I cannot cook any cookies or anything at all. I'm a bit worried about my sister. She doesn't like cooking. She doesn't like eating. If anything, she's the closest one to the bodhisattva state, with her ability to not eat, sleep, or have any free time. But yeah, she likes baking sometimes. She doesn't like eating. Does that make sense? She doesn't eat at all. Well, okay, not at all. She rarely eats at all. Like, eats a small little bowl of food and like in a day, and that's it. Okay. How do you survive off of that, considering that you're so bloody active? I cannot comprehend it. Not at all. Actually, she is kind of thinking about slimming down even a little bit. No. What do you want me to... What do you want from me? You want me to describe my sister to you? You ain't sly. She's a normal gal. It's just... How can she sustain a proper figure and weight with so little food? It's crazy. She's well, she's lighter than me, sure. She's about the same height as me. Different proportions, obviously. Well, yeah, we're about the same size. Oh, yeah. Only slightly smaller than me. Like, height is the same. The volume is slightly on my side, but yeah, no way. Just imagine me, but female, and that's it. I didn't ask that. Did I ask that? If anything, she would be throwing you on the roof. Mind your manners, young man. If anything, I'd be throwing you on the roof. Okay, maybe not. I would be rolling on top of ya with my... Okay, maybe I'm not that big. Alright. I'll call up a couple of my friends, and they would roll up on you, and they would roll you over, and you would know the severity of your infractions. Yes. I know some peeps. Imagining it. Yes, good. Imagine. Use the power of your damn imagination, Mr. N. That's the only thing that can save you at the end of the day. Yeah. Jeez. Aggression. That's a symptom of a smaller mind, Mr. N. Cute aggression. I don't really get cute aggression anymore. I used to get it as a child. Honestly, ah, quite something it was. It was rather psychotic back in the day. I usually just fantasized about things. Man, it's a good thing I didn't have access to the internet back then. I would end up being one of those weird DeviantArt kids who drew some freaked up stuff about cute cartoon characters, probably. I'd be the person who enjoyed the Happy Tree Friends and all that. Yeah. Imagine me as a girl. Okay. Cool. I guess. I don't even know how to comment on that. Alright. I bet you wouldn't be able to pick me up, huh? I'd gore you. Well, alright, no. I don't even know what to say. I'm gonna just drink my cola. Run out of cola. Now my time is limited. Are you a zombie by any chance? Man, you damn weirdo. Anyway. Yeah. That sure did break my train of thoughts. God. Where was I? Cookies and universe and cute aggression. Listen, I'm getting old. I'm starting to forget things. It's normal, I heard. Maybe not normal at my age, but it's normal. Oh, God. But yeah. Well, stop imagining so hard, damn it. Ease up on it. It ain't a heavy tool. It's like a brush. You gotta be light and gentle with it. Damn. Yeah. Either way. Cookies. I saved a few recipes of cookies in my well, on my PC, yeah, in my browser. I saved a few of them. Now I'm just waiting for the chance to try them. It's such a mess, though. Such a process. Making the batter, making it just right, then cooking them at the right temperature, and I'm not really sure if I can really handle this new oven we've got. It's just a bit... I'm not really used to it, basically. It's a good oven, it just... I'm used to the old ones. The one that I used in my parents' house. It's a bit of freaked up old oven that you can't really even control the temperature properly. Yeah, it's freaked up. It's weird. It doesn't work half the time, but I'm used to it. And I've got this whole new cool hot oven that you can actually set the temperature right in. I don't know what to do with it. You hate cinnamon? Oh, no, you don't hate cinnamon. We're in every artisanal cookie. Ah, I see. Well, we don't have too many cinnamon cookies around here, so I'm fine with cinnamon cookies. I kind of like them. Cinnamon and what was that other thing? The cookie with that tasty stuff. Mint, not mint. Hold on, let me look it up. Ginger. Yeah, ginger cookies. Yes. I didn't need to look it up. I just remembered it. I like ginger cookies. Those are nice. Those are tasty. They're not very common around here, but I love them. I like them. I enjoy them. Hmm. Yeah, a cinnamon cookie wouldn't ruin my mood. Yeah. Considering that I barely can taste any taste at all lately, it's fine. I like tasting things. Mm-hmm. I lost my taste somewhere around COVID. And they partially lost it. Not completely, but it's a bit of a shame. My sense of taste and smell, it wasn't great even back in my youth. Nowadays it's even worse. It's terrible. It's bad. The only things that I really can smell well is poop and sweat and old socks. And it's lame as hell. I hate it. I'd rather not smell that. I'd rather keep smelling the flowers and the coffee and all that. But no, no, no. Cannot smell any of the good stuff. I can only smell the bad stuff. Oosh. I hate that. Hmm. If it's strong enough smell or taste, I can still experience it. Hmm. Oh, yeah. I'm fine with cinnamon. I do prefer salty things over sweet though. So, sweet cookies? Alright. But salty crackers, that's where it's at. Usually. But sometimes you're just in the mood for a sweet cookie. Yeah, that's fine too. Red velvet cookie. Yeah, I get you, I get you. Well, you want a cinnamon cookie, and you get a cinnamon cookie is alright, but when you want a plain or some other type of cookie, and it's basically a cinnamon cookie with the additionals. Yeah, that's kind of lame. I understand. I understand your point entirely. I agree completely. Man, you probably wouldn't hate living here. We barely get any cinnamon here. Ah, what now? Cookies. Ah, speaking of the cookies and the sweets in general, I recently tried some of that Dubai chocolate. That's been a trend a few months ago. Was it a few months ago or was it a year ago? A few years ago. Um, but yeah, tried that. Didn't get what was all the hype about though. Was quite expensive. And it was good quality chocolate, genuinely that one was. But I just didn't get it. Good quality chocolate, some weird but moderately tasty feeling. It's nothing to like write home about. Yeah, sorry about generalizing your preferences, but hey, it's alright. I don't get it. I don't know. The feeling. I didn't even quite taste the feeling. I mostly noticed that the chocolate is very tasty. It's very nice. You know, if you ever tasted good quality chocolates, you know what it tastes like. I can't really compare. I only know the local brands of chocolate. uh, and it's generally better than those. High quality, very chocolatey chocolate. Milk chocolate. And some crunchy, weird feeling in those chocolates. Green. Looks like weird bulged grass. Tastes a little bit like pistachios and something else. Crunchy. But it's just good chocolate with a weird feeling. And nothing particularly hype-worthy is all. Like I tasted, what was it? Ruby chocolate. Lots of flavor undertones. Oh yeah. In the chocolate itself, there's quite a lot of undertones. And in the feeling, there were a few undertones, but they were mostly overpowered by the chocolate itself, in my experience. Maybe it's just my bad sense of taste. It could be that, but I barely felt it. Yeah. Well, maybe I just not made for that sort of chocolates. But yeah, I tried the ruby chocolate, and that was quite a lot more interesting. Yes, that had a lot of things going for it. An unusual, what do I even call it, sort of flavor to it. Hmm. Well, lucky you! How about you share with me some of that good sense of taste and smell of yours, huh? Fax it over to me so I can enjoy it as well, huh? Why won't you? I'm jealous of that. I'm jealous of good eyesight too. Not that my eyesight is bad, it's more like I've got a screen of static in front of my vision constantly. Something is wrong with my optic nerves, with my retina too. It has been wrong for most of my life. Probably shouldn't have stared at the sun when I was young. I loved staring at the sun. I don't know why, but I loved doing that. And now my vision is freaked. Sucks. Oh yeah, thanks, bro. Grabs your olfactory nerves. Jesus, what is this? Puts them on his nose. Ah, smells nice. Yeah, like generally my eyesight is good, but it's just there's this mesh of static in my vision that is ever present. It's like something that I didn't even notice most of the time, but then again, it was always present in my experience. I just didn't realize that it was just something irregular. Yeah. Well, you can just wear decorative glasses. Look good in glasses. I look like some kind of teacher or programmer in glasses, people said to me. Yeah. Well, I mean, I am a teacher, basically. Now, I look the part when I wear the glasses. When I take them off, I look like an old metalhead. Well, not old metalhead, but you know, a regular metalhead. Glasses, they're quite versatile. As a wise fox once said. Actually, not once. He said that quite a few times, but yeah. Versatile. Quite a good accessory. Can change your looks quite a lot. The whole feel of your character. They do that quite efficiently, quite shockingly. They change my character a lot. And I prefer myself as a metalhead rather than a weird nerdy teacher. Yeah, so I don't wear them a lot. I only wear them sometimes when I really need them. But I don't usually really need them since my vision isn't that bad. It's just like, what? -1 or something like that. I don't remember. It's not that bad. Can live my life without even touching the glasses. My friend, one of my friends, he's got a way worse vision, and he's been living without any glasses for most of his life. Till like a couple of years ago. Only then he started wearing glasses. And you know what? He's a how do I even describe him? He looks a little bit like a Neanderthal. In a good way. Quite impressive brows on him. When he puts on the glasses, he actually looks a lot like some kind of philosopher or something. I don't know. He looks like a bandit, like a real hooligan without the glasses. When he puts on the glasses, he looks like a damn professor somehow. I don't know. He does. He got that chromac brow. It's quite so. It's quite impressive. A rather heavy jaw too, so yeah. Got that caveman look. uh, well, he doesn't look like Andre the Giant, but he looks like some sort of what would be the good comparison? Like the old intelligentsia from the old revolutionary times. He kind of looks like that. I don't know. And some people told me that I look like a guy from those old times too, when I wear the glasses. And where I don't wear the glasses, like the late 19th century guy, maybe even 18th century fella. Huh. Well, I do like the fashions of those times. The shirts and the pants and all that. Yeah. My mouth is starting to dry up. That's bad. I don't have any water. But yeah. So, glasses, they do change you. And if you want to wear glasses, nothing stops you, really. You just gotta get those clear, straight lenses. Straight lens glasses. Just purely decorative. You wish you were... You shouldn't wish to be a boomer. All the back pain isn't worth it. State mandated wife. You know, there is a little meme around these parts called the Chinese catgirl wives state mandated. I find it quite amusing. Maybe you should just go to China and join the party, and maybe they'll give you a cat wife. One during boomer times. Ah. Well, you would be rather old by now. Jeez. It ain't worth it, I'm sure. You wouldn't even be able to use the internet properly, I'm pretty sure. Really? Well, maybe it's a good thing, actually. Huh. Are you really sure about that? Huh. Well, okay. Mr. Boomer. Yeah, well, the old times. At least in America, they were pretty good. I don't know about the rest of the world. Can't say they were too great around here, though. Nope. Wouldn't want to go back to those times, no. Nope. Don't know how it was in your past during those times, but no, thank you. Don't exactly like the current times either, but you know, at least there is potential for something good around now. Yeah. It's even worse than that. It's like those times were pretty generally bad. Just even outside of all the army stuff, weren't particularly good. Nicest. What it was nicer here because no planes. And this place used to be a massive international trading hub. Oh, interesting. Well, I guess so. The national trading hub, like seaways, right? Yeah, I can see. Oh, that would be a bit better. Nowadays, it's all air shipping and all that. Yeah. Well, the times are changing. Who knows what the future holds for us? The future might be so freaked up that ain't no plane will fly in the sky ever again. Or maybe it will be like universally better. Who knows? We ran out of music. Hold on. Let me just switch to this tab. Let's turn on this music and... Ow, that's a bit too loud. Rimworld music. Hey, that's great. Yeah, but things are always changing. They can change for worse, they can change for better. It's never really a one-sided, right? Never really one-sided affair. Things can get worse in general, but you can make good of them. What was this uplifting music playing here? God. When things go well in general in the world, it can be bad for you personally, since... Is this really Rimworld music? What is this? I don't remember this track. Huh. Maybe it's one of the new ones. Maybe I just didn't get that one? No, it's not one of the new ones, huh? Huh. What is this? Oh, it's trailer music. Ah, I see. I get why I didn't recognize this. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, anyway. We live in the times that we live in. We ain't got no time travel machines yet, so can't really move ourselves anywhere. Maybe we can explore our minds and find the secret technique for transferring our consciousnesses back in time, possessing some poor sub somewhere on the streets and living our lives as him. Hey, maybe that's an option. Who knows? We could try doing that. Maybe it would work out. So I don't really think I would want that, but yeah. Well. Things sure are changing. Hell, maybe we'll get to go to space still. Or our copies, maybe. Our uploads. Still close enough. Close enough to me, my copy, my upload. Yeah, sure, why not? As long as it's not destructive, that's fine. I mean, I'd probably agree to it, as long as it's not slavery. And if it is slavery, well, I would be rather upset. But hey, whatever. I would like to go to space. You know. The rings of Saturn, they call for me. Seems like a cool place to be. Rings of Saturn. Oh. Actually, isn't there a game about Rings of Saturn? What was it called? Delta V or something like that? Hold on, I've got it, I think. It's somewhere on my computer. Or rather, on my Steam. What was it? Delta V, Rings of Saturn or something like that. Wasn't? Evil McCry, Divinity, no? Where is it? Where's that game? Hold it. Not here. Oh, I don't see it. Pretty sure I've got it. I've had it, no? Did I not? Or maybe it was on GOG. Something. Pretty sure I had it. What was it? Ring of Saturn and then Delta V. Hold it. Where is it? Where is it? Rimworld, Rise of Triads, Rise of Nations. No. Huh. I guess I got it on a different platform then. I don't see it here. There's the search function. No. Can't really find it. I guess I don't have it in here in Steam. That's fine. But yeah, it would be cool to visit the rings of Saturn. To settle down on some sort of large asteroid, build my own station, make like some sort of space pub for travelers. Yeah, why not? For ring miners. Would I be able to run a pub? Can't really imagine that. I'd probably manage. But yeah. Well, anyway, my mouth is getting freaking dry. I've got no water. And further talking might be dangerous for my oral health. And the topic's becoming a more and more erratic. So, maybe I didn't play any games today, but that's fine, you know? It's fine. Not every stream has to be a gaming stream. Sometimes I just have to sit here and talk, practicing my ability to speak. I do need to do that from time to time, organizing my thoughts, organizing my words. Yeah, because it prevents the onset of some mental illnesses and all this. And I've got some problems with those parts of my brain that are responsible for speech. I have trouble speaking sometimes. I mess up my words, I blend them together, I mess up the order of the words in the sentence, even though in my head the sentence is all good and right. But when I speak it, it comes out all wrong and mangled. That happens sometimes. And to prevent that, I need to speak. Speak more. Speak a lot. And then it's gonna be alright. So, this is the kind of day I had. The speaking day. Right, well, hopefully I'll be able to be home next week. No guarantees, but I do hope that I'll be able to go back home next week and not stay at my parents'. It's work, it's alright, it brings me money, but I like staying at home. My home, with my things, with my cooking utensils, and with my fridge, with my bed, with my computer, with my PC. Yeah, with my toilet. Well, there is a benefit to staying at my parents' house. They've got the cats. I love them cats. I ain't got no cat back at my house, back at my place rather. Ain't no pets allowed. Jeez. Maybe someday. Free rent? Well, okay, that's also a benefit. Hey, I still gotta pay rent for my home, for my flat there in that other city. I gotta pay rent even if I don't stay there. Free food? Well, I pay you for it usually, so nah. Not quite. It's free air, I suppose. But yeah, well, free dad. Okay. Okay, you dad lover. Get your own. Yeah, all right. Fair enough. Fair enough. But hey, back at my place, I can spend as long of a time in my toilet as I want. I can just sit there, scroll the internet, and nobody's gonna bother me. Here, though, not so much. Yeah. Good. Good. That's the way to do. That's the way to live. Love your dad, love your mom. Hug your brother. Hug your sister. All that. Well, I suppose. Hey. My whole life I've been sitting down pretty much. My whole life, from school to university to my first job to my Well, not my second job, my third job. You better keep your hands away from my relatives, you scoundrel. Not till you tell me how big the tracts of land you own. Yeah? What's your dowry? Hmm? But yeah. Yeah, okay. I mean, well, that's a convincing argument, I suppose. um, well, I've got nothing to say to that, I suppose, other than okay. I'll try not to do that then. I know I don't want hemorrhoids. I mean, I remember one of my classmates back in, like, which grade was it? Well, it was in high school, I think. Like, first grades of high school or something, like, was it ninth grade or something like that? He got hemorrhoids at that young age. I'm not doom scrolling. I'm just browsing various, like, places with cat and some stupid jokes, gamer sites too, and okay, maybe a little doom scrolling, At least I'm not listening to loud, stupid shorts and TikToks on the toilet with no headphones on, like my sister does sometimes. Oh, goodness. She's got headphones. Why ain't she using them? Why you gotta be like that? Probably. Anyway, yeah. I'm just reading stuff sometimes. Just admiring pictures and reading some stupid, insane sometimes articles about video games and food and whatever. Yeah. And some shit posts too, why not? Yeah. No, he isn't the type. Well, he ain't the type. I gotta tell you, he ain't your type. Anyway. Yeah, among other things, I do read like that. Things like that. Yep. Why sitting in the toilet gives hemorrhoids. Why drinking milk is bad for your bones. Why is Expedition 33 not the best game I ever played, and in fact, super boring? I've seen a lot of those for some reason. I've yet to play that game. So I'm becoming increasingly curious about it as time goes on. So many people were talking about it, like it's a great game. Oh, it reignite my love for video games. Huh. Might be cool. Hey, ain't no squat toilets around here. It's just not a thing. Not anymore. I remember back in when I was in grade school, I think there were some squat toilets in school, but then sometime during middle school, I think they demolished those and made normal sitting toilets. Installed the sitting toilets. Yep. Talking about stool health. Is this old people's home or what? Yeah, those kinds of toilets, they're not made for that. Nope. They're definitely sitting toilets. Ah, I read about that. I read about that. Yeah, no, I understand the mechanic about it. If you got the sitting toilet, you can get yourself a little sort of stool for your legs, like, yeah. So you can sort of put them up there, and that will help, I heard. Yeah. But you better not put your legs on, like, not squat on the toilets that aren't made for them, you know, for that. Um, they are not made to support your full weight like that, and they can break. And that's pretty bad on its own. It can hurt you too. Hmm. Yeah. It's probably not gonna help me. I've got like chronic constipation. So yeah. I've got low peristaltic movement, or whatever it is called. My bowels, they don't move much. I'm quite lethargic. So my guts are lethargic. My metabolism is quite slow. Quite slow. So everything in me is very slow. Do I eat much? Actually, I eat a pretty average amount of food, actually, in a day. I didn't measure it exactly, but I think I eat the norm. Not more, nor not much less. Maybe above the norm, actually. Actually, I think I consume about the right amount of calories. I don't really count them. But generally speaking, it should be average. Oh, sorry about that. Just tapped my mic accidentally. I'm definitely not comparing to her. That's not a normal caloric intake for a person. Not my sister, not my mother. They eat very little, and somehow they survive like that. Yeah. That's a good description. But yeah, I eat an average amount of food. Now, I don't do too many physical activities, so that's why I'm kinda chunky. I probably should do something physical, like run around and lift some weights maybe, but I'm way too lazy for that. Yeah. But I am rather lethargic. Always have been like that, you know? It's just how it's always been for me. Yep. Weird. Let's do calisthenics. Perhaps. Perhaps I should do that. It's such a pain to force yourself to do that when you're not used to it. God. Oh, brag about it, why don't you? Brag about it. Sure, this old goat, he loves hearing about your young, nubile body. that sounds weird. No. Perhaps I should do that. That's a decent advice. Lately, I've been craving activity. I've been actually thinking about running in the mornings. But I don't even have the proper clothes for that. I must get jeans and dress pants. I need some sports pants. Sportswear. Something light and nice to move in. And then I might start running about. They're out in the streets. I've seen an old dude. Like a real old guy with big bushy beard. Running. In the winter. In shorts. And in a tank top. It's been a few years back. I remember seeing him. I wonder if he's still alive. Like a real old fella. A real bearded one. And he was running like that. Crazy guy. Pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, lately, a lot of old guys started growing beards again. It's like, for a long time, old people didn't have any beards around here, and now I started seeing old guys with huge bushy beards. And even not that old guys, like just middle-aged guys started growing beards. Beards are in fashion again. Interesting. I wonder why that happened. Ah, what bearded fellas. Hmm. Yeah. Shadow boxing is also an interesting advice, I suppose. I do. Yeah, I guess I can admit I do shadow box sometimes. But, you know, just because I feel like it. Guess that's what a lot of guys do. Um. Yeah. Ah. Yeah, there is actually used to be a sort of culture for exercising in winter and in cold conditions, and even call that in English, like dousing yourself in ice cold water to improve your health. That's something that was encouraging for children to do. Like they were encouraged to do that, wiping themselves with cold water, uh, towels soaked in cold water, and all that to improve your health. Yeah. She does sometimes sleepwalk, so it's a pretty bad idea. Ah, crazy stuff that sleepwalking. He usually just goes to the kitchen, opens up the fridge, closes it, and goes back to sleep. Weird. Uh, but then again, I do that while being awake. Go to the kitchen, open the fridge, observe, close the fridge, open the fridge, observe, close the fridge, go around the kitchen, open the fridge, observe. We are a quirky family. Now I just need a quirky partner for myself, and I can start an Addams family of my own. My god. It would be pretty cool. But yeah, whatever. Hmm. I mean, it would be out of character, no? I barely keep in character at all, but I tried to kinda at least observe some limits. Hmm. We're all quirky here. Uh, we're all crazy, all quirky. Hmm. I guess it's better to be quirky than normal. Quirky anyone. Quirky everyone. Sure, we're a bit crazy. We're a bit weird. But it's more fun that way. And most people are a bit crazy. It's just we're a bit more open about our craziness is all. Hmm. You know, I guess I wouldn't mind a quirky mother-in-law or brother-in-law or anything. Yeah. Haven't talked about grass once. Why should I? You could be the quirky brother-in-law or mother-in-law. Brother-in-law or mother-in-law? Mr. N being my mother-in-law. I don't know about that. It would be a bit weird. I don't know. I'm a goat, and you're Mr. N, the person of N species. What are you? Yeah, I'm a goat. I'm not just a goat, I'm a Morak too. So, mind you, and mind your manners when speaking to me, boy. I'm gonna lead you into the forest and make you get lost in it, I guess. That's what we do. Yeah, but anyway. Ah, my toast. Oh, sounds a bit painful, to be honest. It'd probably be painful splitting like that as a multicellular organism. Ish. I wouldn't mind splitting in two. That would be cool. Two of me, of myself. My beloved, beloved self. Oh, yes. Would get, like, twice as many things done. But then again, 0 multiplied by 2 is still 0, so don't know about that. Hmm. Oh, so you're basically kinda just just malt, basically. Ah, I see, I see. So that's kind of species. So are you a slime then? I guess you are. Hey, there's your persona. A slime person. Hmm. Slime person. That's kind of cool. I like slimes. Slime girls, slime boys. There's not a lot of difference between those, so, but pretty cool. There's something neat about them. For some reason. I don't know why I find them cool, but they are pretty cool. New profile picture idea. Sure. Hey, I could draw one for you. Hmm. My take on Mr. N. The slime person thing. Hmm. Well, not right now anyway. Maybe some other day. Ah. But yeah, slimes. Kinda interesting they are. The idea of a slime. It's kinda weird that there aren't any creatures like that in real life. No, I mean there are some creatures like that. Kinda. But they are usually like small sized colonies of weird small organisms. Like those tubifex worms. They kinda look like slimes, even though they are basically colonies. Some smaller, more primitive organisms too. To be honest, jellyfishes. They are basically just slimes, aren't they? Hmm. I suppose they would need a lot of moisture to survive, yeah. I guess it makes sense that there aren't any of those kinds of creatures on land. Hmm. They could have been living in swamps. Would be pretty cool having land dwelling jellyfishes. Imagine. No, but I think it would be pretty cool. Maybe some shapeless slugs. Slugs are kind of slimy, almost slime-like. Some of them, at least. Or maybe those what are they called? Sea cucumbers. What kind of creatures are those? Maybe if sun didn't exist. Maybe. But then what would give warmth to the earth, making it not freeze? Heavy geothermal activity, maybe? Hmm. Hmm. How could we make an environment that would support the existence of huge land-based jellyfishes? Maybe just maybe the earth would need to be quite a lot more wet is all. You know? Giant trees with huge canopies preventing the sun rays from reaching the ground and drying out the land dwelling jellies. Yeah. Yeah, that seems to work, yeah. Huge trees with big leaves, huge canopies, more moisture, and more ecosystems that dwell in the shadows. More mushrooms, then, yeah, sure. Mushrooms don't need sun that much. Some fungi, yeah. Or fungi based life forms and and land-dwelling jellyfish, sure. Maybe some advanced, what are they called? Crinoids? Land-dwelling too? Ooh, that reminds me of that one alternative history, alternative evolution story thingy about an island with all sorts of alternative creatures dwelling on it. One day I could remember those things. Maybe I can look it up, even if I don't remember the name of that stuff. Hold on. Let me see. Let me try and look it up. Okay. Alternative evolution or history. Which one is better? And let's go with evolution. Island. That's some speculative evolution, alternative evolution. Okay, that's something. Island. What is this? And there's so much stuff about alternative evolution. Hard to filter through it. You can turn on audio mode for this. Yeah, you could. I mean, why not? Island giantism. Ah, that's also an interesting phenomenon. Yeah, no. What's the term? No natural predators. No pressure. The creatures, they can afford to grow huge and kinda helpless. Just because of their size, they can just ignore the big predators and just survive. Yeah. Kinda interesting how that works. Kinda what's happening to humans. No, I don't know. There's still a lot of us, tiny guys, keeping the human species going. I don't think human species in the future is going to be all huge, you know? Nah, you know what's gonna be? Huge, tall guys with little brains, walking around all aesthetic-like, all sociable-like, and us small guys, doing our thing, our good work. Being the brains and the hands. And the big ones just being like eye candy. We are going to be the predators of our own species. Actually, isn't that how it kind of is now? Maybe. The greatest danger to the human species is the human species. Yeah. This doesn't seem to be the right query. How do I find this? Speculative evolution. Predator Island? Killer Island? Something to do with murder, killing island? Death Island? Hell. I don't know. Let's see, maybe this will find the story. Can't find it. Ah, jeez. Oh, that's not it. No. We did. Pretty crazy species. You are. You're humankind. You're weird. Oh my. God, cannot find this stuff. Jeez. There was this sort of speculative evolution series thingy about an island filled with predators of the craziest kind. Like, their whole evolution history was different from all the creatures on Earth. They only evolved that particular way on this island. No real plants, no real relatives to any normal Earth-dwelling species there, but just their own kinds of things. Yeah. An alternative branch of life on this island instead of, like, normal plants. There's an alternative, completely alternative path for things. And the animals are also quite different and weird. Sort of mollusk-based animals, basically. Like, what if mollusks evolved in a weird, freaky way? Mollusks and, what are they called? Trilobites? Yeah, what if those evolve into something more complex? That was the base idea of it. What if they become killers? And predators? And very deadly? Yeah. That was basically the thing. That was pretty cool. I like that. I like those series of articles, I guess, on evolution. It was neat. If only I could find this now. But I can't. Sucks. It sucks. It's always like that. There's something cool that I read. What of the horseshoes? Horseshoe crab. What about it? It's pretty cool. Got blue blood with some neat antibiotic properties. Humans exploit them heavily. But what can you do? Well, there is some synthetic analogies to the crab blood. It's a pretty neat creature and it's been around for a long time, hasn't it been? That's a perfect creature. Not man, not cat, horseshoe crab. Sure. What if we take horseshoe crab, we take a cat, and we mix them together, and add a little bit of human in it? Now that's gonna be the perfect creature. Just the ultimate life form. Can you imagine? Hey, add a little bit of ginkgo tree in it too, for that immortality. Agelessness, rather. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Why improve on something that is already perfect? Yeah. Indeed, indeed. But we can make it better. Just add a cat on it. Make it cat-like. Just add a nice little cat face to it and cat ears, and it's gonna be just the best. Yes. Add a human brain in it too. Why not? It's gonna be intelligent with a nice cat face. And yeah, that's perfection. Eat that, Shadow the Hedgehog. Now this is the real ultimate life form. There are quite a few actually lineages like that, aren't there? Well, no, actually not quite a few. There's just a few lineages like that. The horseshoe crab. The what was it? Aren't sharks pretty ancient? And something else. Can't really remember what it was. I remember a third thing. Those species of sharks and fish, they are pretty damn ancient. But yeah, horseshoe crabs are real old, aren't they? They're real old. Dated by horseshoe crab. Are they? Predated, as in dated priorly, or as in horseshoe crabs eat them? The crabs, they are ancient. Aren't they a little younger than the trilobites? Trilobites? Those funky little sea cockroaches. It's weird that those didn't survive, right? The trilobites. They were so abundant So many of them and everywhere, and yet they just died out. Didn't survive at all. Such a prolific species. I mean, not even species. Kinda beast. Don't remember the right word for it. Hmm. And yet none of them survived. So odd. Then again, dinosaurs. Those didn't survive. I mean, they kind of did. The birds. They changed their shape so much. The dinosaurs turning to birds. Can't really compare them, you know, to each other. So odd. So odd the evolution is, the nature. How will man look in a million of years? Will there be man in a million of years? Maybe there will be just, I don't know, sapient lumps of flesh propped by machinery. Maybe. Less reptiloid and reptid and more bird-like. I guess. Yeah. Mechanics of nature, they are weird sometimes. All we have are bones. I suppose that's so. Well, we can't see yet. Hey. Time ain't real. Maybe we'll learn how to exploit that fact. It's all virtual anyway, you know? Time, the space, the existence. Maybe we can do something about it and actually look back in time and see what things look like, eh? I'm getting some esoteric nonsense. Ignore that. Yeah, it would be cool to actually look at those things, how they look like in real life. But just bones that's not enough, huh? Well, we can't really see what the past looked like for real. But we can see the future for real. We can just we just gotta survive. Yeah? Not just survive, we gotta remember. Then we'll see the future. That'd be cool. Yeah, alright. Well, my mouth is dry as hell. And my stomach started strangely pulsating. Ugh. Guess I'm getting hungry. Or maybe the opposite of hungry. I don't know. But it feels weird. Gotta go and grab myself something to drink. There ain't no cold water. That's the problem. I ain't got no bottled water, and the cold water, it's shut off for today in the whole damn town. So that's why I had to hydrate on sugary filth today. That was pretty bad. Yeah, just some nonsense about the systems and whatever. Stress testing. Yeah, no water. No cold water. I've got hot water in my pipes, but no cold water. That sucks. Ugh, terrible. Can't drink that. Chlorinated to hell and back. So yeah, I guess I gotta finish the stream and go get myself some liquids maybe. Maybe run to the shop and buy a bottle of water. Maybe. And got myself a pill for the stomach. Goodness gracious, what is this? Weird feeling in my gut. Yeah, but that's all. That's it. And you have a good night's sleep, you. Daddy boy. Have a good time. Have a good night's sleep. And hopefully I'll see you next week on Wednesday. Hopefully back at my place. Well, I mean, hopefully I'll be back at my place. Hey, if you decide to visit me in my place, that's alright. Sister daddy guy. That's even weirder. But alright, we're all weirdos here. Just keep your weird in check. Is all. But yeah. That's all. That's it for today. Have a good time. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Yeah, the link for my VOD channel. I made it. I uploaded a thing there. It exists now. My YouTube channel. Maybe I'll upload some things there. Maybe I should start on Instagram and start uploading some nice nature photos that I take sometimes. But that's something that I'll do later. For now, a goodbye. Have a good time. Bye bye.